really. We can wing it today. How's that sound?
Perfect.
Yeah?
Very
Perfect.
good.
Well, I'll see what Siddhartha would like to say, because I'm very easygoing. We're live now, by the way. I just clicked the button, so we're
I
good.
see you did that. I'm going to sit up a little bit further.
It's going to take a few minutes for people to join us anyway.
Yeah, I don't blame them. It's taken me longer today than it usually takes. Yeah,
I
terrible.
know it's been slow moving so far this year. This year has been crazy though, huh? A lot going on.
Well, it's for a short few. What is this, like day number 8 or something? It has been.
Yes, exactly. Good morning, everyone.
It's been filled with that.
It has indeed. So, like I said, it's just a laid back little chit chat we'll have today. Sound good?
That's just perfect.
Wonderful. So, where's your kitty? Has he joined you yet, or is he?
He's been fed breakfast since 3 o'clock this morning, about 6 different times. And that's the way he eats in the wintertime. In the spring and the summer, he doesn't eat very much of anything. But if you took all the hair off, he's about that wide. He looks like he's this wide, but he's only about that wide. And he can jump like a crazy thing. I mean, the chair on this side is about 5 feet away. He gets in the seat and he can jump from there to the back of this. No problem. And I'm like, don't. I'm doing it. Okay. Guess you're doing it then, huh? But he's
like
hilarious.
A flying cloud. So he's like a little cloud.
Well, the cloud needs to go to the groomer. So as soon as it's not as freezing cold as it is right now, I'll take him to the groomer. But he's a mess at the moment, which is.
Did you guys get snow down there in Virginia?
We got ice. They claimed we were going to get 8.5 inches of snow. There was no snow. It rained. Yes. It turned into a sheet of ice. It looked like you could skate outside. Car was covered. Roads were covered. Sidewalk was covered. And nobody was going anywhere because it was scary. But I'm just as happy it's gone now. Like the ice is gone. So if we had to have something, we had that for one day. That's long enough. I was hoping we'd get a little bit of snow to at least cover the grass, but nope, we didn't get that.
We got a white ground now for us. It's got to get a melt today, though. We got a lot of rain coming.
Well, it's a funny thing. Let me just push that back a little bit.
Good morning, everyone.
It's a funny thing to me that if a psychic or an intuitive person made 25 out of 30 or 40 predictions that came true, we'd have a better average than the weather guy. If the weather guy had to be as accurate as we do, he'd be out of a job. You know? So that's what's really funny to me is a lot of very interesting psychic people.
You know?
Yeah. Isn't that weird? I mean, it's like, did you look out the window? You probably should just look out the window. That's probably best. So anyway.
I just saw your comment, by the way, Andrea, about the notifications not working. So if you subscribe to my YouTube, you get a notification automatically. YouTube has better notifications than Facebook, honey. So if you want to be notified as soon as we go live, just subscribe to the YouTube channel and it will notify you immediately. Welcome, everyone.
I got a lovely compliment for your live stream. A friend of mine who's also psychic she found you. She found your page, I guess, and watched one of the live streams we did with you, and she was so complimentary of you and the whole process and everything. So I just wanted you to know that even people I know are watching.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, she was really impressed with it. And I said, thank you very much. And I will tell. You say Lara or Laura?
Well, neither, actually. Like Laura, like Dr. Zhivago.
Laura. That's like my cousin.
I was named after his mistress, Dr. Zhivago.
Well, I mean, you could be named after something worse.
I don't mind at all. It's my dad's favorite movie. He would love Dr. Zhivago very much, so that's why I was
Sounds
That's
like
where I
my
got my
kind of
name.
movie guy. That's what it sounds like.
You've never seen it? Oh, it's a
Oh,
movie about the Russian Revolution. It's an old movie from, I believe, the 50s. Brilliant
yeah,
film.
I've watched that one. Lawrence of Arabia. A lot of the
Yes.
Hitchcocks. I
Okay.
mean, I'm an old movie watcher. I watch everything. I have a student who sends me Marvel movies all the time. So I've got the whole collection of Marvel movies now.
Wonderful.
It's really
Oh,
funny
that's so
though.
funny, Daniela. I had a box just like that too, Daniela. That's hilarious. Danielle, I have a song that goes with it's called Laura's theme that goes with my name and for the movie. And I had the same thing. Daniela had a music box that played Laura's theme song. That is
Oh,
no coincidence, Daniela. That is so funny. And yes, my real name is actually Star. My dad's was Dr. Star. So yeah, that's my real name. I haven't changed it. I've been married twice. I refuse to change it.
you shouldn't change it. It suits you.
Nope.
And
Nope. I
I
was
think
born
it's
Lara Star. I'll die Lara Star.
I think it's an accurate, I think it's accurate for you. It's important that we
They know
get the
I need
right
a lot of
name.
validation. So I guess Star Seed Star. They're just like,
Well, that's what I was
make
thinking.
it obvious for her.
I was really thinking you're one of these galactic people that are here at the moment to help the world move along.
I
Yeah,
did get that validation the other day. Yeah, that I'm here to be a what do you call it? A system buster.
a system buster.
Yeah, that's what they called us.
Well, I think the system is pretty much busted. So, what damage could you do?
I was going to say the system was designed this way. It's working perfectly
Well, I
for
don't know.
somebody.
Yeah, for somebody, it's the somebodies that you got to watch out for, right?
Yep, exactly.
So that's funny.
So
So,
for those who don't know, we do have quite a few new people. I've been promoting this talk quite a bit. I've been basically talking about you all the time now because I just love you to bits.
oh,
I really do.
oh,
I'm
that's
talking
so
about you so
sweet.
much. And you've got a chat coming up on Wednesday with Siddhartha, yeah, for Divinate.
Yes, that's right. We're doing that with Daniela and Christopher, who are very kind to
Wonderful.
us. We like that.
That'll be very exciting. Have you guys got anything planned? Is Siddhartha going to do a meditation or?
You know what happens? He does what he wants. And sometimes
Yeah.
it's not what I think he's going to do. I don't ask any questions. I just expect he will know what's needed, and he jumps right in and does that. So I don't know.
I think he might be putting thoughts in my head too, because I just have this strong urge to speak with you, and I know he must want,
He
there's
wants to
something.
talk to you really bad. I told you he wants to. He wants to talk to Daniela too. Maybe both of
Wonderful.
them. Really? Okay. He says he wants to talk to both Christopher and Daniela. So okay, that's so nice.
There you go. It is.
But yes, he probably is putting thoughts in your head. That would not at all surprise me. It wouldn't.
I
If you're
figure when
receptive.
somebody pops into mind, there's a reason for it, When people just randomly pop in your head, it's not
Well,
actually random.
it's telepathy. See, people don't understand that they can be telepathic. How many times do you get you think, man, I really need to call so and so, but then the phone rings and it's so and so. It's because there's communication there, and it's way faster than just calling on the phone or being on the internet. It is faster than that. It is like instantaneous. So if you're aware of it and all of a sudden you get this strange urge, I've got to call somebody or I've got to go somewhere, do it, because that's a sign from somewhere you need to be someplace else, or you need to answer the phone, or you need to call somebody. Maybe you need to call somebody because they're down and depressed or whatever. I mean, there's always a good reason for it,
It's funny. I always say this too because people will call me and I'll be like, I was just thinking of you. And they're like, well, I was just thinking of you. And I was like, oh, that's why my ears were burning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's exactly like that. I mean, you just, people don't accept that. They just think it's a coincidence. Let me tell you something. There are no coincidences. None at all. It's not accidental. Nothing happens to you by accident. It's all somehow dynamically, universally planned. And it's
Absolutely.
exciting. It's exciting. But
It
if
is
people
indeed.
just catch on, now angels tend to drop thoughts in your head, like you're making dinner, you're talking to your kid, you're doing this, you're doing that, and your head is on these, things in your world that you're doing, and all of a sudden you get this kind of voice say, hey, you need to go check your car because like it's got a leak and that's not good. And you think, well, I wasn't thinking about the car. Where the heck did that come from? But when you move your car, you find a big oil stain underneath of it. Oh, yeah, that was real. Okay. But that's how they get their messages. Siddhartha usually talks in my ear. All of them talk in my ear because I didn't want to feel like I was crazy all the time. So I said, stop it. Just tell me what you want, like a person. And so that's what it is. I can kind of feel the energy there, and I can hear them. That's why I only have a one-ear headset. I only have this one. This one's open, so that he sits on this side so he can talk into my ear.
What is it like hearing him talk? Like,
Funny.
do you actually hear a voice or
Yeah,
really?
Sometimes it's a
Interesting.
feeling. Like Chinese doctor doesn't speak English, but you'll get this wave and you'll go, oh, what is that? And then somehow you understand what the what the words are that go with that. That's how he communicates mostly. But Siddhartha will talk to my ear. Sometimes he says funny things, Yeah, see, like he was just saying, he wants to talk to both Daniela and Christopher. That's what he's saying. But he knew that you were hearing him already. He was very excited about that. And I could feel the excitement. That's a funny thing. When people come to us for sessions, it gets really interesting. If I feel joy and happiness, and I'm picking it up from the person, when I feel that, it's because he's happy about the whole thing. Yeah. And I guess as the intermediary, I'm kind of getting the middle, I'm the messenger, so I'm getting the middle, emotional thing. But when he's really happy to see somebody, I mean, it's usually a great session. He's so excited to talk to these people. A lot of them are people he knew when he was alive, which I don't know how he tracks them down, but he's got a knack for that.
Interesting.
We used to go to people's houses instead of having them come to us. And we'd go into a house of a person we'd never met, and I'd see Buddha mantra, Buddha mandala, Buddha picture, Buddha statue, Buddha fountain in the bathroom. It's like, really? Really? Is this why we came here? Obviously, this is why we're here. But it's funny because you just look around and go, oh, I get it. I get it. We were supposed to be here talking to this person. And I mean to tell you, sometime I was even in Pennsylvania one time reading in a bookstore there. I don't like that word, reading. Having communications in a bookstore there, and I liked it. It was very nice. But after the store was closed, I would go to people's houses who invited us to go, and that's the way it was. Every time we go in somewhere, there was stuff all over the place. It was like, okay, I got it. We're supposed to be in this house, right?
So what does Siddhartha think when he sees, modern day Buddhist statues and things like that? Does he think it's like an honor? He likes it, yeah.
He appreciates it. He thinks it's an honor for him. He also always reminds people that when he was alive, he did not let artists make images of him directly. So all the Buddhist statues that you see are idealized. It's what they think he should look like. So like in Indonesia, you get the long ears, and in Tibet, it's no long ears. It's different. He looks more like a kid, sort of, a boy. In India, he looks mostly what people think of him. But it's interesting that every culture has turned his appearance into what suits their culture.
It's usually how it works, with ascended masters. They end up getting their stuff changed. It's like that game of telephone, as we call it, where things get passed down, and every time it changes just a little bit or a lot, depending on who's passing on the message.
That's the way Buddhism was for him. I mean, it started in India, it went up and through Tibet, Nepal, and into China and Japan, and by the time I got to Japan, it was a very clean esoteric sort of, the Zen Buddhism is like, woo, way out there somewhere, but it's good to learn with that. It's kind of interesting that way. But
I have a statue that's due to arrive today. I'll show you a picture of it because it's not here yet. It's coming in the mail, ironically, today, but it's made out of shungite.
Oh, that's a good thing to be made out of.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's beautiful.
I'm so excited. Yeah,
and the color is so nice.
Buddha. I'm going to have it right next to me while I'm doing my clearings.
He'll help you.
And look what else I have for protection while I do my clearings now.
Oh, Lord Shiva. Isn't that Lord Shiva?
Yes, it is. I got Shiva, and I'll have Siddhartha with me for protection while I do my clearings.
You should get a Kuan Yin and a Ganesha next.
Cool. Awesome. I will. I love Ganesha and Kuan Yin, so I will do. I got them on Etsy, guys, just for the record. Etsy. Check Etsy. You'll find it.
I had a funny experience with Ganesha. I call him Ganesha, not Ganesh, but he doesn't seem to mind. I was in this hallway over here walking through, and I saw him standing right here. They all have their space. It's kind of weird, but he was standing right here. I'd never seen him here before. And I thought, that's odd. Now, I have a friend who's a Hindu priest in India, and I thought, well, maybe Satya sent him. So I said, hey, Ganesha, and he jumped, and he disappeared. I went, oh, he didn't know I could see him. Oh, I said, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You can be here as long as you want. I don't have a problem with that. So I go upstairs. It gets funnier. I go upstairs. I'm sitting on my futon, getting ready to do some meditation, and I hear him say to me, I hear him, and he says, tell your friend that he has to ask me for what he wants. I said, okay. I said, do you want me to send him a note? And Siddhartha calls text notes, so we always say, do you want us to send you a note? You're getting better at text. Okay. So anyway, so he said, yes, please. And I said, okay. So I said to my friend, who was at the VA hospital in another town, Ganesha says, you just need to ask him for what you want. So about 20 minutes later, I get this, what? And some other words you don't want to know about. He said, you will not believe what happened to me. I said, can you please explain that whole language thing there? And he said, he was coming out of the VA hospital, which they block all the phone signals. You don't, it's a federal building. You have to leave your phone or something like that. Anyway, so he was going out. His phone catches the signal. All these messages come in. He's seeing something shiny across the street at a vendor, which probably should never happen that a vendor's across from a federal building. But he's like, well, that's interesting. I wonder what that is. So he walks across. He picks up this thing, and it is a Ganesha pendant. And then he gets my text, and he's reading. And he goes, no way. No way. So he's getting this text that says from Ganesha, you just have to ask me what you want. And then he's holding the pendant of Ganesha in his other hand. You think he got his point across? I think he did.
Wow.
I know. It's the craziest thing. I guess that's why I got a string of interesting 4-letter words. You can fill those in with your imagination.
Wow. I mean, honestly, though, when you get it's like almost like a slap from the universe. It's like, are you paying attention?
That's right. That's what happens. Sometimes people don't realize what is going on with them. But for example, they'll say, you're like the third person to tell me that was almost the exact same words. Hello, if you've gotten the message 3 times from 3 non-related people, and it's almost exactly the same words, that's a message. Those people are giving you a message from the universe, and you need to pay heed. If they say, you really ought to go do this and that, and they all say that, go do it. Whatever it is, just go do it. Because the universe will keep giving you messages till you pay attention. It's better to pay attention before they start smacking you around.
True that. You need to listen, pay attention, because the universe will come shake you.
I just don't think people realize what messages. It's not just numbers. It's not just coins. It's also saying, I see hawks when good things are going to happen. And I
Nice.
won't see one or two or three, and they're not like way up in the sky. They're on a fence post. I had one time go straight across the hood of my car. You don't know how big they are until they do that. And luckily, I was in the middle of nowhere, so it just, I guess it misjudged how far the car was because it almost didn't make it, and then finally it flew away. And I slammed on my brakes. I thought I wasn't going to survive that incident, but it got my attention. It worked just fine. And that's what happens a lot of the time is you just get messages. Egrets, they mean patience. Egrets and
Oh,
the other heron, they stand still for hours on one leg trying to catch fish. So they mean patience. If anything could
yeah.
stand there that long, what else would they mean but patience? So if you see herons or the other one, I forget what they're called, but
I
if
see a
you
lot
ever
of
see,
buzzards. Do you know what buzzards mean?
well, interestingly enough, depends on the context in which they mean. Different cultures mean different things. I read for a Native
Yeah.
American guy one time, and it was like one of the early, sort of public readings, and I didn't see like I do now. And I saw this valley, didn't look like our valley, and it had the buzzards flying like that. And I thought, what am I going to tell this guy? This cannot be, this cannot be really a good thing. And I said, I don't know what to tell you about this, and it's really weird, but it keeps staying in my head, so I got to tell you, I see these buzzards, what do they call vultures? I see these vultures
Yeah.
in a circle over this valley, and I told him what it looked like, and he said, I'm Native American, and I'm from the Vulture clan, and that's the valley we live in a western state somewhere. And I was like, are you kidding me? He's like, no.
Wow.
So sometimes vultures are good, like in
I
Tibet.
think, yeah, I love vultures. I lived around many of them in South Africa. We have hundreds of varieties, and they're awe-inspiring when you see them, and they don't get the appreciation they deserve because they protect the other wildlife by eating carrion, getting
Well,
rid
and
of
they
all the
clean
funky
things.
stuff.
It cleans things up. I mean, it's got to
Yeah,
go somewhere. And imagine if it
exactly.
didn't get cleaned up, but it always goes back into nature, things that can be food,
Yep.
and they tend to just do that. Now, the Tibetan Buddhists used to do what they call sky burial. It's so cold in Tibet that they would put the body of the person out on a pyre, and the birds would take it away. And that was what they called sky burial, that the body went back to the clouds with the birds,
That's
And it sounds
beautiful.
kind of gross, but if you think about it, what else can you do if the ground's frozen? And
Yeah.
it takes a long time
You're
to burn
giving
a
back
body.
to nature. I love that when we give back to nature. So much, nature gets robbed nowadays with modern
Yes.
funeral practices. It's
Well,
like,
and people get robbed from modern funeral practices
yeah,
sometimes. It's very expensive to get a burial. It's cheaper to get cremated. So I think a lot of people are going that way. Some people are
I wouldn't
doing,
mind being a tree. Somebody could
well,
plant me someday. That'd be the best option, I think.
they call them echo burials.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a friend signed up for an echo burial where they put the body in and then the tree on top of it, which is
Yeah.
interesting.
See? Yeah. Then you can go talk to the tree and pretend you're talking to the person.
I don't need to do that. I can see them in my living room if I need
That's
to.
true.
That's
Just
kind of
call
a
him in. I
waste of
missed you.
gas.
How have you been? What's heaven like?
So yeah.
Love it.
Shall we continue to chit chat? I have
Well,
a thing.
if you want, we can call them in. People are already starting to ask questions. Let's see. Yvonne says, hi, darlings. I'm looking for a bit of feedback, either from Laura, Angelica, or anyone in chat, please. I'm in a new period of my life, and I'm kind of confused, trying to stop drug usage, and I'm also pausing gaming or voice chat. Stopped yesterday. Yeah, we can give you some advice. Actually, I think Siddhartha would be wonderful for that. Well, maybe we can get him to comment on addiction and helping us overcome unhealthy habits. We've all been there before.
We've had some experience with people who have very serious addictions, and I will say this about your other type of work that you do. A lot of people in the military end up trying to self-medicate through drugs. The drugs are like a symptom of something deeper emotionally. And how they try to deal with it is they take drugs. And then they get hooked on drugs. And the whole system makes it easier for them to be hooked on drugs. Hang on one second. I am going to make this not make noise. Oh, come on. Why can't I do that today? There we go. See, it's like that today. I like everything has been a lot more complicated than necessary. There we go. That's fine. Now they can't bother me. Yes. Okay. So I've seen a lot of people in the military. The one in the best shape was a Navy guy because he had a really devout faith. And when he came to my house and came in the door, both Blessed Mother and Archangel Michael followed him in. I said, so you talked to Archangel Michael and Blessed Mother? And he snapped around. He said, how do you know that? I said, because they followed you in. And he was so shocked. You know, he was shocked that I saw that. He said, oh, yes, I do Hail Marys all the way to work and all the way home. The whole way in the car. That's when I do that. Oh, well, apparently it's working for you. That's good.
So what did Archangel Michael look like, just out of curiosity?
Oh, do you really want to know? Every lady ought to know this.
Well, I had to ask.
The angels have two looks. They're so bright in their angelic form. I'm like, I cannot see you. I cannot look at you. You look like a painting. Look like a Renaissance painting. Look like a human being with wings. And let me know which one of you are so I can tell one from the other. So they do that. You know, they all look different. Well, Archangel Michael, he's always late, first of all, and he always comes in the front door. I don't know why the other angels don't do that, but he does. He always comes straight in the front door, wings and all. To me, if you watch the Marvel movies and you've seen Thor, he looks like Thor with a double-edged sword. Oh, yes. A double-edged sword instead of the hammer thing. Now, what's hilarious to me is every woman we talk to always knows who Thor is. Every single one. Even the ones that are 96, they know too. So that should tell you that Chris Hemsworth as Thor has quite a
Hemsworth is Archangel Michael in human form. Good to know.
Well, I don't know about that, but
nobody tell Chris Hemsworth.
Well, he does look a lot like that. You know, he wears like the Thor, like the armor and all of the. Well, Raphael doesn't do that, but Uriel wears armor. Gabriel kind of helps the people who are very artistic people, the writers, the painters, the creative people. And he always comes with a book under one.
Angelica.
He comes with a book in one hand and a quill. I'm like, can't we upgrade you from a quill to maybe like a roller ball or something? You know, the quill is kind of out of date. We could get you to, upgrade. He just always gives me sort of a frowny look.
I love that you said he's always. I love that you said he's always late. By the way, that makes me feel good about myself.
He's always 15, 20 minutes late. He always comes in the front door. But he shows me he's incredibly visual. He doesn't talk a lot, but he shows you, for this person, I stopped this thing from happening. I stopped that thing. I did this. I did that. I mean, sometimes it's magnificent what I see. People saved in car wrecks that should have happened, but didn't. Because he stops the vehicle that's trying to squish somebody else. He does stuff like that. I've seen him do it. It's incredible. I knew a person, again, in the military who wanted to step off, because people with post-traumatic stress tend to want to punch somebody out, right? Yeah. And he was going to go across the street and punch out a realtor that was giving him a hard time, and he couldn't move off the sidewalk.
Really? Wow.
Step off the sidewalk, and he would have gone right after that guy, because that was his nature to do that. And Michael said, nope, you're not doing
Michael
that
protected
today.
Both of them, really, if you think about it.
That's right. Yeah. He wouldn't let it happen, and he stopped him from doing that. So
Wow.
Michael's the patron saint of military people and sometimes first responders. And it seems like if anybody has a person in the military, they get that protection too. So you don't have to be Catholic to see archangels. You don't have to believe all of the, I don't know what you want to call it, the hype about what angels are or are willing to do. You ask them, they'll help you.
Yeah.
You ask Tara or Lord Shiva, he likes the statue, by the way. They'll all help you. They'll all help you. That's what they do. They have nothing else to do but help you.
Good to know. I told people yesterday, you ask and you receive. They don't ignore you. So thank you for that validation. I had a feeling they wouldn't. Yeah.
I like some of the saints too. Saint Anthony, believe it or not, is my go-to guy. When I can't find something, if I need clients, I'll say, Saint Anthony, could you please just help me find some more people or some more whatever? I lost my car keys and my house keys the same week between here and my car, and it's only about 6 feet. Okay, it's not far, and I couldn't find those keys for love nor money. I moved the car, I looked on the road, I looked on the sidewalk, I looked under the mailbox, nothing, absolutely nothing. And it was like, they've got to show up. I mean, where could they be? I looked in the car, I looked out of the car, I looked at the door, everywhere, no. Finally, I said, this is dumb. We need to ask St. Anthony. About a week went by. I couldn't find either key. And I said, St. Anthony, it's driving me completely crazy because I'm obsessive compulsive. So that losing a key just puts people like us over the threshold.
Yeah.
I said, please help me find these keys. They're driving me crazy. 15 minutes later, there was a knock at my door. I do not usually answer the door because I'm here by myself all the time. And I said, should I answer the door? And I heard St. Anthony say, yeah, go answer the door. I said, really? Yeah, okay. Well, if it's a bad guy, it's your fault. It wasn't. There was this man I'd never seen in my life on the street standing at the door holding my keys.
Wow.
I said, oh, where did you find them? They were laying on the sidewalk. They were not laying on the sidewalk. Trust me how many times I looked for those keys. They were not on the sidewalk.
Wow.
I said, thank you. And I said, St. Anthony, thank you. I will never doubt you again. I promise. Because
That's amazing.
there's a funny little jingle people use for him, but I just like to say, please help me find something. And think bigger. Don't think just keys. He used to help me find my contact lenses a lot, but I don't wear them anymore, so that's funny. But you can ask him to help you find anything. Help me find a bigger audience. Help me find more people, more whatever you need. Just ask. He's a good finder of things. And I mean, the bigger things may take him a day or two, but he's pretty quick on the draw. That's why I love him so much. He's so sweet. He's really very sweet. And we
will take all the help from spirit that we can get,
Well, people forget that the saints really are available to anyone. You don't have to be, for healing, for everything. Saint Germain, a lot of people call on him. He was an alchemist. He knew about a lot of different odd things. And he helps people who want to be healers. That's right. Yes. He's the one that helps people who want to be healers. He will help anybody that asks him for help in that, especially in the healing categories, He's good like that. So
that's beautiful.
That's an exciting thing. People sometimes ask me, well, what do you see? I see everything. I see things that are bad. I see things that are really good. I see people who've departed or have transitioned, is the word we kind of like to use. Sometimes I see people that are stuck for one reason or another, and when they're stuck, we try to get them where they're going to be because it's not good for them to stay stuck. It's not, and they're not necessarily either stuck on the earth plane. Some are. You call those ghosts, but some of them are stuck on the other side, but don't know how to get really where they're supposed to be. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I can tell by how they look. If they're not where they're supposed to be, they have not the right color light. They look more solid than people that have crossed and come back. And if you have the right mindset or whatever, I don't know what the qualities or characteristics are, but there are really good people that I've seen who have crossed, gone straight over to directly to light, and who have come back and assigned themselves to somebody that was in their physical life, their child, their grandchild, their whatever.
Like
They
as
do
a
that.
spirit guide.
Not exactly. I don't think they think of themselves as a spirit guide. They just say we assigned ourselves. They all say that we assigned ourselves. They must have had permission or had, because of how they got there, they were able to somehow come back. Now most people don't do that. I think it depends on your faith. I think it depends on your belief and
How you died.
how you died sometimes is a factor. If you die really fast and you're not expecting it, being out of your body is not much different than being in it. So when you're out of your body, you might think you're just in a bad dream, or you're in a nightmare or something like that.
Yep.
Or you're on an astral plane somewhere, and that's where now people can make their own heavens if they want to. If grandma's farm was the place that they were happiest, they can go there for a while. You know, if I have an elderly gentleman who lost his wife of a whole lot of, like, maybe a half century, and he missed her so terribly. It was, on the verge of giving him what they call broken heart syndrome. Have you ever heard of that? When one person dies, then the other person dies because they can't stand to live without that person. It's called broken heart syndrome. And then he found us, and his wife was really good at making herself known. She was beautiful. She had light all around her. It was clear she'd gone and come back to be with him because he needed her for that. And it changed his whole outlook to know that she wasn't dead. Nothing died.
That's beautiful.
If you ever know anything, absolutely nothing dies. Not your dog, not your cat, not your goldfish, not your grandma. They just transition into something different. That's all.
This is why mediumship can be so cathartic to people who are hurting in such a way, people who are grieving, because that validation that their loved ones are still with them and that they will see them again, is enough to really help them relive, live again. So many people just put themselves into this, it's almost like a stasis where they're not growing, they're not thriving, they're not, they're just kind of breathing, and that's it.
And that grief holds the soul to the earth. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for them. So you have to let them go. You have to let them go so they can do what they need to do on that side. So
all separation is temporary. Yep.
That's right. Because not even your pets. So I think pets, because they're pets, have more, or animals have more ability to sort of choose what they want to do. If they're not ready to leave you, you may see the lump in the bed where the doggy that passed used to lay is still warm, weird stuff like that. And then eventually they go on. And cats are ridiculous. Cats will return to you in a lot of different ways. Sometimes as another cat, sometimes as a spirit cat. It's crazy. So animals seem to have not all the drama that human beings have to go and come back. I know you're waiting for Siddhartha. I will quit talking so much.
Oh, you're fine. I enjoy chatting with you too, Angelica. I could chat with you all day.
I know, but he is so lovely.
He's now, like, hey, I'm here. He's like tapping you on the shoulder.
What he does is he gets like a little kid. He gets right next to my elbow on this side. I used to have a black cat that would put his head in my elbow and look up at me like, I want treats, okay. But he's kind of like that. He kind of reminds me of that because he gets really close, and all of a sudden I start losing my language and using his language. It gets really entertaining there sometimes.
Oh, we love him.
Yeah, we do love him. He's so sweet. So, yes, let's go out. Yes. just so you know, I always use crystals to do this, and these crystals are getting clearer all the time, which is unbelievable. Geologically, they can only get clear when they're under the ground under pressure for years and years, thousands of years. But this one was totally milky when I bought it 100 years ago. This, I'll get closer. Now look
Wow.
at it. It's not, and you know, on the first live stream we did with you, there was so much energy going through. This one has gotten even clearer. And it
Wow.
happened during that live stream because it was so strong. I picked them up and I went, whoa, really clear now. This is good. You know, so it's a strange
I didn't know they could do
phenomenon.
that.
Well,
Cool.
it happens in that, you know, there's only two ways that I know of, and most people don't know the second way, which is to use them for meditation and so forth. And this one, when I bought it, I swear it was a totally milky quartz, and I'm thinking it had one little kind of circular spot on one side, and I thought, why did I buy you? Well, now I know why I bought it, because he was supposed to clear up in his lifetime, and so he has. It's very fascinating, isn't it?
That's beautiful.
It's always fascinating. It's never boring. If you walk the metaphysical path, be prepared to be surprised, astounded, amazed, shocked, all of the stunned, any adjective you can think of, because it's fun and it's never boring. Never, never, never. I better move those, huh?
I've got my crystal here. I've got my selenite. I'll hold it too.
Yeah, and what will probably happen, people who have crystals with them or on them right now, as the energy goes up, you're going to be getting some Siddhartha energy in those crystals. I have no doubt about it.
Yes. So grab your crystals, guys. Let's get them charged up.
Yeah, and don't be surprised if they sing when you pick them up. I don't know. I can hear them. I don't know if other people can or not, but sometimes it feels like a heartbeat, especially with quartz. If you hold it in the very chakra in the palm of your hand, it might feel like it means it's responding to you. It's like a little heartbeat. And then ask it a question. Will you protect me today? And you'll feel yes. Or no, forget it. Put me down somewhere. It's that one too. Mostly they say yes. So just expect yes. I can't swear Leo won't come down here. He loves Siddhartha, and it's possible.
We love Leo too, so he's welcome.
Well, that's good because he's a mess right now. I can't wait to get him to the groomer if it just warm up for a day. All right, let's go. Now, I think, yes, I agree with that. Okay, so we want to speak what I say when I go under. It'll be like a sort of a blessing for all of you anyway. So it goes, we are light beings. We release all of our past negatives. We seek the light. We're protected by the light, surrounded by the light, accompanied by the light. We are light beings, and we thank the universe for all it has given to us today and in the future. There you are. We're glad to see you today.
Hello, Siddhartha. How are you?
We're doing well. We're sorry we won't see you today. We'll see you on Thursday, though.
That's fine. I'm very patient, very excited to speak with you.
We are too willing and very happy to speak with you. We want to, okay?
Yes. Thank you.
That's really good news, isn't it?
It is. We've had lots of good news recently. Things are speeding up. At the same time, it feels almost getting better.
Because that will happen. The more people that are talking to us, that are connected to universal source energy, it can change the world. People are so sad that, oh, I can't fix this, I can't fix. Yes, you can. You can think it. You can feel it. You can be it. You understand? Isn't that exciting? So when they're on a group call like this, it's quite good because it makes the numbers of people are all in the same place trying to get to the same experience. And that is so excellent for us. We like it. We do.
Because it feels, when you have so many people listening, you can feel energetically, yes?
Yes, everyone. We try to touch everyone that we can touch. And we think on the first call we got everybody. We think on the second call we got everybody. So it'll be interesting to see if we catch everybody today. And on Wednesday, we understand we will be with Chris and Daniela. And we want you to follow us over there too, because we'll talk to you. It'll be like
I'm
a
very much
two
looking
for
forward
one,
to it.
won't it?
Yes.
It'll be like 2 for 1, 2 for 1 Siddhartha.
Love it. We'll take all the Siddhartha we can get.
That's very amusing, though, is it not? We find that to be so fun. 2 for 1 Siddhartha. Maybe I think it could be a show, 2 for 1 Siddhartha. Maybe so. All right. So, do you have something you want to ask to us?
Well, I'm opening the questions for the rest of you if you want to ask anything to Siddhartha. My first question, I imagine, would probably be more along the lines of just what can you perceive about the energy changes that are happening right now? Because we can feel them. We can feel the energy shifting.
Yes. Yes, but you realize too, it's also cosmic. It's not just here, it's there too. And in the sun is having these weird explosions. They call them something. What do they call them?
Solar flares, yes.
Yes, that's what they are called. You are very quick with that.
Thank
That's
you.
good. So yes, there are those they're bigger than usual. What your scientists don't realize is the sun does this periodically to clear itself. True. People don't know that. They don't realize that the sun sometimes needs to be cleared as much as anything else, and that is their way of doing it. It's the sun's way. We talk about the sun like it's alive, because it is. It's very much alive. You see. So in one region of the sun, there are these crazy flares. We don't know if they've slowed down or stopped yet. They have noticed on some of the little moons that are around some of the bigger planets that there are things going on there too that they didn't know. They can see it now with the solar telescopes, and we think that's very good. But the Earth itself is Gaia. We call her Gaia, and Gaia is a spirit. It's a thing. It is your Earth that you live on. It is part of the cosmos, right? The universe is part of that ball in the sky, is part of that. And then, of course, Gaia is a spirit, a soul. It's like a being. She's not unlike a human being, only she's a different form, right? And bigger, right? But you're going to see probably more natural weather patterns, not as crazy as they've been. And she's trying to get herself equal, balanced on all the sides. So she's very upset about the oceans, because as one scientist says, if the oceans die, we all die. Well, the ocean is full of a lot of garbage at this point. And because that is true, she's very upset about that. So don't be surprised if you see a tsunami or something like that that says, hey, wake up, you're not supposed to be making me dirty. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So when you pray or meditate or send energy out to things that need it, send it to her. You can send it easy. You stand on the earth and send it right from top of the crown, the gold light, all the way down and out your chakra. You got chakras in the little arch of the foot or the feet. And then you just send it right down into the earth. And from there, you allow it to help her. Say, here, Gaia, this is some energy for you to help. And
Thank you so much for that. We are very eager to assist Gaia.
Well, and also the more you help her, the happier she becomes. So you want to do that so that she can get her balance back. It's a good thing. And when everybody is doing this and not just a single person here and there, when many people are doing it. The more people, the better it is, the stronger the energy gets, and it goes out and reaches the electromagnetic field that circles the earth, and it helps to fortify her energy field, you see?
That is so beautiful. Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank
The
you.
other thing that we can do as human beings, not speaking for us, of course, because we are not human beings, but what we can speak for you is when you see something that isn't good for Gaia, it's all right to speak up, to write a letter, to send an email, right? To talk to the people that represent you and say, hey, we don't like this stuff going to the atmosphere, tearing little holes in it or whatever it is. Did you understand? We don't like people killing whales. We don't like people doing this, doing that. When you apply pressure to the people who are in charge of your earth, they have to listen to you because they want to stay in power, and they won't if they do not do the proper thing. So don't forget that people think to vote or to write letters or to protest or take a walk or whatever it is. We're not saying be radical. We're not saying that. But we're saying to be a calm, passive person who expresses the will of not only themselves but of others too.
Thank you for
That,
that.
that was
Beautiful.
a big lecture. We're sorry, we don't
It's
mean to lecture.
important. No, no, it's important. We all need to care more about Gaia. So thank you for that reminder. Very important.
She just
Um,
needs help, you know. She needs all the help she can get. She
yes,
does.
I can imagine. One person in our comments is asking for help. Her name is Lena. I believe I'm saying it correctly. She says, "Hello, Siddhartha. I am fully out of balance. I cannot see myself in my mind if I am not watching myself in the mirror. The feeling is like I'm living my real life in another dimension. How can I fix that? It is awful to feel so lost." That is from Lena Geo.
Well, we'll tell you that first of all, you're not in your body very well. You're out of it, and you're not even out of it like this way, this way, this way, that way. You're more out of it like that, which is not at all a good thing because probably you're putting yourself in this time, but in another time too. You don't really need to see yourself per se. You're in body for a reason, and that's to stay in mostly. Not that all people do, and not that you have to. But you're out in a way that looks to us like you either had some kind of an accident or a trauma, something that shoved you out in a way that's not very, it's not even balanced when for being out. You know, if you were out this way or front or back, it would be very easy to slide you back in, but you're sort of in a shape like that to us. So if you hold still, we'll send Chinese doctor to sort of put you back in. Now you have to be very still, and you have to. We think it's actually on your left side. We might be wrong because we get that backwards when we're in body like this, and we are seeing you from here, not from here. So, but we think it's on your left side. Do you think it's on your left side? Yes or no? Oh, and we'll also ask, did you have an accident or some kind of trauma recently, or however long you've been out?
I'll just read her reply when it comes up.
Very good. In the meantime,
Thank you.
we send Chinese doctor there, and we're going to count to three. 1, 2, 3.
She said yes, it's on the left side.
Yes, we thought so too. We put her in. We think there might also be something wrong with her back. All of the people that do Reiki and energy healing, we just showed you how to put somebody back who is like out like that. Not here, not there, but like that, which is very odd. It's sort of to us indicative of some kind of fall that went like that because she's out that bizarre kind of above and sideways. It's a little difficult to put people back who are, yes, Chinese doctor can do it, who are out like that. You sort of have to get the edges, right? And you just push them very slow. You cannot rush. And once they are in, you need to kind of Soothe? No. Smooth, right? Soothe? No. Smooth. Right, smooth. Smooth out the field so that it will be in. And then sometimes it'll want to, if it's been out a long time, it'll want to slide out again the same way. So you have to put it back in again. You cannot do it yourself. You need to ask someone to help you do it. It doesn't take very long. It's often better in person because the person can feel there, but we can see you, so it's okay. So we put you back in. You're having an issue with your neck, and we think maybe your back, so we'll straighten that up too. 1, 2, 3. Anybody else with that problem? Go ahead. It's fine to take it.
Remember to tune in. If you've got an issue, just speak to Siddhartha and ask out loud.
Actually, we will say that they will get it whether we know where you are. We get it. It's okay. But she's got stuff there.
This is very powerful healing, you guys. You just have to be open to receiving.
Yes, but you know, too, the other thing is some people are not supposed to get well. They want to, perhaps, but a lot of times they're supposed to learn something from their illness. There's a story of old guru who was always able to take care of people with cancer and could heal them and no problem with one mantra. And then he got cancer, and the student says, "Why are you not healing yourself with your mantra?" He says, "Because I'm not supposed to." He wanted to clear the karmic debt complete. And so his way of clearing it was to accept the illness, try to correct it physically, and if not, that was okay with him. But can you imagine having so much foresight and wisdom to know, yes, I need to learn from this. What does it mean? Why do I have this? You see?
I think it helps us go through the suffering period to know that there is a reason for it all.
Well, it's also to make very sensitive people aware of what it's like to suffer, because they will be called to use that knowledge to help another person or a lot of people, depending. And see, that's what you do. You don't know it, but you feel other people suffering. And when you feel it, you want to correct it. And sometimes you're able to do that just right here on your show with beings like us. But sometimes it's you, actually. It is your energetic gift to the world. Whoa, that was big, wasn't it?
That was. Thank you. Very deep.
We caught her off guard. That's what
you did. Thank you for the compliment. And yes, I feel seen.
Could Lena tell us if she feels any better? Now, Lena, you've got to let the energy set in for at least 12, 24, a day or 2 hours. That would be good.
Thank you very much. Someone is asking, they feel that a very toxic individual is trying to get in touch with them through telepathy. This person is blocking this other person, and yet they can still feel an energetic, almost like an attack from this person. How can you better protect yourself from somebody like that?
Well, we've got some ideas, and you are right. You are being forced in a way to listen to what they have to say. They are angry that you did not listen to what they had to say. You listened, you just didn't agree. That's the problem. The other person, we want to say carefully, they have been trying to learn how to do things they should not do. We'll put it like that. And you probably know what I mean. Now, what you do, first of all, we're going to have a Chinese doctor clear you. And we think, again, if today's meditation needs to be about clearing, we should do that, or healing.
I agree.
Because it always seems like there are many people here who need that. So yes. We are considering that because
that'd be wonderful.
Yes, because of the request here. But what you need to do, and you're going to think it's very strange, but take a bath in coffee. Yes, coffee. You boil a pot of coffee. You don't use the coffee hot, just knowing that, okay? You don't do that. Boil it, let it cool off, put it in a plastic container you cannot break when you go into your bath or your shower. And, put half coffee in one jar or one plastic thing and one half coffee in the other plastic thing. You may only need one of them, but keep them both. and take it with you to the bathtub. Put warm water or hot water, whatever you use, in the tub. If you've got a tub, if you're not, you can shower with these. But you take a coffee bath. You get in and you put the coffee in the water so that it's not freezing cold. You know, the water will make it warmer or whatever. So, and you can make sure you pour it over your crown chakra. Make sure it gets on your feet. Make sure it gets through your field. Do that about 3 days in a row. If you don't have tub, you can stand up and shower. Just put more warmer water in the coffee itself and pour that when it's comfortable. Don't pour hot, don't pour cold over you. You got to be nice and comfortable water, okay, with the coffee so that it's the right temperature for you. And you want to make sure you get it on your crown and your feet. You may need to pour a little on both feet, one at a time. And if you're taking the bath, you will then want to take a normal shower so you can clear all of the coffee out of the tub. Our vessel is very funny. She does not like coffee, not one tiny bit. So for her, it's like torture. But people who love coffee love these. They love it. They're like, let's do this again. Okay. So you can do it again. You can do it 3 days in a row and then see how you feel. Some people use salt bath, but for somebody trying to attack you, the coffee will help to protect you. Also good for skin. Makes the skin very soft. And that's a good extra thing that coffee will do. And then people will wonder if you've been drinking coffee in your bathroom. So that's always interesting too, isn't it?
Can I ask, what about
good.
coffee makes it so healing?
We think it's the chemical makeup of it. And because it has a certain, we don't know how to call it, but it's like acidity or alkalinity. It's got the right pH. It's got the right pH.
Okay.
But the field loves that. The energy field that is yours loves it. It also sort of gives it a little bit more protection and barricade. So once you do that, you'll want to say shields up, like Star Trek. Put your shields up, and you can put salt at your front door. Himalayan salt or sea salt or black salt or whatever. You can put it at your front door, your back door. That helps keep your house from being invaded by this person. And you do have a problem with this person, and you might want to talk to Lara or Daniela or one of these wonderful people about how to get rid of that thought, not the thought, but the creature that's coming with the thought. And you have to decide in your own way, I am not letting you in. Get out. And tell it, get out. You're not welcome here.
Setting boundaries.
You have every right to the sovereign being that you are to keep things away from you. I am a sovereign being. That's what you say. And you are not allowed to break into my head or my heart or my anything or my house. Get out. And be very forceful. Be like a parent telling a child they have to go to bed or something like that. Maybe parents aren't like that anymore. We don't know.
Some of them are. I am. It's 8:30. It's bedtime.
That's what you do. That's right. You can teach people. Moms and dads are very good at saying, no, we're not doing that. Go to bed.
Yep.
And then kid is like, I don't want to. Yes, you have to. So do it. Go to bed. And they do because they know you're not playing, and they want to make you happy too. So they go lay in their bed and then they play with video games until they fall asleep. That's a bad joke, but a true one.
No, it is. I've got quite a few people mentioning that they do have attachment. So I think doing a clearing meditation would actually be very powerful. Would that be all right?
Surely we can do that. It's not a problem.
Thank you. Because yes, there's a couple people that are even mentioning succubus in the comments. So you may have some big beasties to clear out for us.
It's interesting, that word. People use these old words for these things because they get it in their mind that they have that issue. If it's who we think it is that is asking that question, we will tell you that that is not the issue.
Interesting.
They think it's the issue, but it's not the issue. We don't think we want to address that here, but we will tell you that that is not the issue for you, the person
Yes.
that thinks that. And we will respond to that in another way. Is that okay?
That's perfectly fine. Thank you. Go by your
So,
intuition.
well, we have a lot of that.
Yes, you do. Everybody's asking me to ask for healing as well. We have one of our friends, a dear friend of ours named John O. Webster, you may know,
Yes.
who is very unwell. If you could send him some healing for us, we would be deeply grateful.
Could you give us, to us, it feels like lung maybe, like in here,
Yeah,
but
he's
we think
got
it's,
chest problems, yes.
we feel it there. We do. We feel it right in there. But we think it's trying to go further in the body. Is that right?
Yes.
We're going to try to send to whole body, but we will focus here, but go elsewhere. Okay?
Thank you.
We will say to him direct, we are very sorry you're not well, and this should not be happening to you. So we will try our best to help
Thank you.
you switch that off.
And for those who have not been able to, there's a GoFundMe for his surgery that we're trying to raise money for. We're 2/3 of the way through. So for those of you who have some to help as well, there's the link.
Also, do you think that, wait just one moment, we need to look
Mm-hmm.
here. We would also like to work on him during what is our nighttime or vessel's nighttime. Is that all right?
Yes, thank you. Any help would be deeply appreciated.
Well, let him know, because if he does not want that, we cannot do it. We have to do it with permission.
He does want it. He's asking for all the help he can get. So if anybody else wants to send Jono some Reiki, please do. He will take all the healing he can get.
Now, we want to say something about that. That's interesting you bring this up. When too many people with too many different versions of energetics get involved with one thing, they often undo what the more serious or more upper level practitioner can do. They don't know
Interesting.
they're doing it. They're trying to help. It's not malicious at all. But
Interesting.
sometimes it's better to check with your own guidance and his guidance. Would you like us to send? You may get no, because you may not be he. He functions here. You understand? His energetic is
You know
here.
better than we do. I trust you impeccably, so
Well,
you make those decisions.
it's not down here. This is like human being here. He does
Yes.
something extraordinary, so his energetic is here. Yes?
Yes.
So he needs other practitioners that are at that level of where he's at. Do you understand?
Yes.
And otherwise, it's fine, but good to know that sometimes new practitioners don't know what they're doing. Sometimes they do actually know what they're doing, but haven't quite learned to perfect that yet. It just depends on the human being. So our suggestion is ask, am I a good match? If you get yes, do it. If you get no, don't. It's no offense to you. It's no thing to be upset about. It's just something that you can learn as you go along, and you will learn it that way. Isn't that interesting?
Very interesting. Thank you for that.
You notice we think everything is interesting, don't you notice that?
I just you never have enough to learn. There's always more. You can never learn everything.
And that's what we say, be the more that you are. There is always more. And it's true of every human being, every creature,
Yes.
every tree, every everything. There can always be more of you than you know. And when you it's like the real more of you is in the others, okay? So as you are growing in your energetic and your spiritual beingness, you are growing toward what is you, what is more of you. Do you see what we mean?
Yes, absolutely. That's wow. That's a big lesson right there in this small package.
Yes, and a
Yes.
very good bumper sticker too, I think.
Yes. Yes, we have been working on our bumper stickers for our store. Yes. So
That's
thank
very
you.
amusing. Yes, be the more that you are. What the heck does that mean? Then they ask
I
questions.
love
It's
it.
good. We like that too.
That's beautiful.
All right. So, let's see. Do you have another question for us?
How about we do the meditation? Yeah. Well, we have over 200 people watching. I think it's a good time to to get some clearing and healing out there.
Correct. All right. So what we do is let's get all of you that are watching on the same page, okay? We know that's hard, but let's try it. So you want to, this is how you do it, okay? Don't do it yet. Uh, this is your crown chakra, which is an energy center. It connects you to source energy. Whether you can call it God, the universe, great spirit, as the natives call it. You can call it, Henry if you want to. It doesn't matter. That the name does not matter. But you call it down into your crown chakra. You'll feel it. It'll feel like touching or pressure or heat or tingle, but you'll know something's going on up here. Now, what we do is we get Chinese doctor to spin you counterclockwise at the crown chakra, because as that gets bigger, it's like a little tornado that takes every gross thing out of your energetic field. It's a very quick and easy way to do it. And before we're done, he'll shut it back around. We may or may not speak that, but he's working. He's working on every single one of you. Don't ask us how that works. It just works, that's all. So you'll breathe that light in, pull it to your third eye, your throat, your heart, and your solar plexus. You will stop at the solar plexus because this is where you can take breath to. So you'll breathe in, down to the solar plexus, you'll hold it. We want you to think about whatever you need to get rid of. If you've got a pain in your neck, say that. If you've got a bad situation, say that. Whatever you can get in, say as many things as you want to. That's fine. It's not a problem. But then when it's time to breathe out the same slow breath out that you breathed in. It's not the yoga breath. You're not breathing in slow and then forcing it out. You're not doing that. You're just letting it out very gently. And we'll have someone come clear that negativity up so that you don't have it. And we'll do that 3 times. So let's start. Shall we do this? So
Thank you.
breathe
Yes.
it. Yes. All right. Are you ready? Yes. We like you so much. You're so enthusiastic. So breathe in beautiful golden light and pull that down through the crown chakra. Feel it tingle or heat or pressure, whatever you do. Pull it all the way down, down, down to the solar plexus and hold it. Take a few seconds, think about what hurts or what you want to get rid of. That's right. Now breathe it out very slowly, 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 slowly. Good. Now breathe in very beautiful golden light and pull that down. This should tingle even more, and then your third eye should start to open, and your throat chakra, your heart chakra, your solar plexus. Now think about what you want to get rid of, whether it's a pain or a problem or a situation or a relationship. Just think about that. And now breathe it out slowly, slowly, slowly. Very good. One more time, always 3 times. Breathe in, beautiful golden light. Now your crown should be very, very open. Yes. And down to your third eye, your throat chakra, your heart chakra, and your solar plexus, and hold it. Very good. Now breathe out everything that does not serve you, that you need to change, that you need to heal, that you need to correct. All right. Now sit very comfortably, or if you need to lay down, that's okay. We don't mind. Make sure you are warm enough, because as you breathe very slowly, your heart rate slows down, your breath slows everything down, your blood pressure, everything. So try to breathe In, 1, 2, 3, 4, out. So you're doing a count of 4 in, hold for 4, out for 4. And as you do that, you'll feel yourself getting more and more relaxed and possibly a little bit floaty. We like people when they're floaty. Well, we like people anyway, but they're very interesting when they are floaty. Now, from the top of the head, you'll feel pressure or tingle or heat or some other thing. Then go to your third eye and let's open that. So 1, 2, 3. Third eye, unlike crown chakra, is both vertical and horizontal. Crown chakra, just vertical, straight down. All of the chakras have to line up with crown chakra. So we will open your third eye. Now, same with the crown chakra, you may feel touching, pressure, tingle, heat, or some other sort of odd thing. And just ask it. If it doesn't open, please open for me. It will open. That you see, yes? This is how you see psychically, if they want to use that word, or spiritually. And then we go down to the throat chakra. When you do not speak your truth, when you do not say what you want to say, this will shut. If you sing, it's open very often. We won't sing for you. That would be frightening for everyone. But if you sing, this will open, and it lives here, sort of in the little V shape of the collarbone, but it goes to the back at the bone that joins the neck and the back. So it is horizontal that way. So if you do not speak your truth, practice doing that. Many people do not do that because they don't want confrontation. So in order not to have confrontation, what you must do is allow yourself to be very gentle. If you've got something to say to a person that you don't want to say it to, be gentle. Say, you know something, I get these intuitions sometimes, and today I want to tell you what's coming to me for you. You don't have to accept it, you don't have to like it. It's just a thought. It's a thought for you to think about. And then you tell them what you're getting, but you do it gently. Don't tell them in harsh words. You have to tell them with sweetness, because sweetness will not chase them away. Sweetness will help them understand what's going on without being angry or upset or confrontational. You can do that, and you're given messages to help other people. Just check it several times to make sure that that is what you're supposed to do. And if you get yes, then that's what you're supposed to do. Now, we go down to the heart chakra, and we're going to do this in a different way. We want you to think of all of the grief you've ever had, all of the guilt, all of the pain, the suffering, the things that have caused you trauma live in your heart. So what you want to do is think of each incident, and we're going to give you a few minutes to think about this. What you do is you think of all of those emotions, all of the things that go with the emotions, all of the things that you remember, and then you say, and that which I do not remember, and that which I cannot for that which I cannot remember, and that which I cannot correct. Yes, in other words, you can't correct it yourself, that you need help to correct it. We hesitated on that bit, but that's what we're getting from a different source. So that's a good one. We like that. Okay, so next, in your heart chakra, we want you to see all of that pain in a ball, B-A-L-L, not B-O-W-L. See it in a ball in your heart chakra. We'll give you a minute to think of all of that. That's a lot we just gave you. Okay. And you can do this anytime you need to. Now we go to the solar plexus. All of the harsh emotions are in the solar plexus. And some of you will deny that you have certain emotions, but the fact is, you're a human being. And maybe the why of this emotion is different than the emotion itself. For example, you can be very angry at yourself, at other people, but more than likely you are angry for what others have done to someone else. In other words, you see it and you can't fix it. So it makes you very angry. Likewise, anger and hatred are sort of flip sisters, like twin sisters, flip side of the coin, as it were. And with anger, we'll tell you, you don't want to get rid of all of it. Sometimes anger can save your life. If you're being chased by a bad person or your life is in danger, you want to be angry because anger will help you fight that. But you don't want unnecessary anger that you're holding for other people or that you hold for yourself. You don't want that. And with hatred, that usually comes towards someone that has done you wrong in some way. And it seems a bit primal, and it's true. It's very, very primal in so many different ways. But on occasion, we have that. That is one of the least that we have most of the time. But you can think about why you are so angry that you hate something or someone or some situation, and you can put that into the bowl too. And we're going to do that in a minute. Fear is the third part of this. And fear is fear of everything, fear of yourself even, fear of heights, fear of water, fear of darkness, fear of whatever it is you're afraid of. Fear of no money, fear of whatever it is. It's all right to be afraid of that. But fear, like anger, can sometimes save your life. Maybe you're afraid to go down that alley. Well, there's a good reason you shouldn't, so don't. Listen to it a little bit to see if it's a valid fear or an invalid one. And somebody's asking, what does this have to do with my physical health? Because it all has to do with your physical health. And we think if we clear this, it will open your energetic body up to what you need to clear for your physical body. But the physical can't clear without your energetics being cleared. So now look at the fear, the anger, and the hatred that you carry. And one more thing we're going to add, which is the lack of confidence. Confidence is not ego. People get that mixed up. It's not the same thing. So those of you that have a fear or a lack of self-confidence, it's all right to have that. It doesn't make you a narcissist or egotist or any of that. It makes it so you function better in your physical world. That's what it does. If you have confidence, you can clear your physical problems. Guess what? You might very well do it if you're open to it, as Laura said. Now, take a moment, think about those 4 things, and then think whatever I cannot remember and whatever needs to be corrected and released. And when you're ready, sweep everything up into a bowl, a big bowl. Okay. Now you have 2 bowls, one in your heart and one in your solar plexus. We are going to get, you can do this any way you want to. You can have birds come in and retrieve them, butterflies. Some persons do hummingbirds. Chinese doctor will do it for you if you want. Any of the archangels, or at least 4 of them, will come and take these 2 big bowls out of these 2 chakras and send them up into the others. You will not see them again, and they will not hurt anyone else either. So you want to be beamed up like Scotty in Star Trek, it's okay. If you want to have your angels or whoever pull it out and take it, you can do it. So think about that. We're going to count to 3. We'll do the heart first. Then we'll count to 3 again and clap, and we'll do this solar plexus. Let's start. Okay. So 1, heart first. See who you want to come get it. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now the solar plexus. Ready? 1, 2, 3. The hole is a little big, so we'll fix those chakras. We'll have Archangel Raphael come in, and he will put his gold angelic light into the hole, make it smaller, make it the right size, and we'll have the chakra spinning in a minute. Good. Also with the solar plexus, angelic light into the solar plexus, make it round like it's supposed to be. Good, like that. Very good. Now we're doing well. 2 more. 2 more. Okay. So your sacral chakra is between the belly button and the groin area. And people say, oh, that's for fertility and this and that. No, not. This is your connection. It's called sacral chakra because it is connected to your backbone, and also because it is how you can speak to other types of beings. You can speak to the third eye, but you can also speak through sacral chakra. And so let's open it for you. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Good. Good. And then think about other types of beings. They can be elementals, for example. Now, if you have any energetic attachment, it probably will be attached from this chakra. People don't know that, but it's true. So we are going to say to all of you, if there is an attachment to you in a very unhealthy way, a dark entity, you can call it whatever you want. It's either good or bad. And if it's not good, you don't need it. That's the bottom line. So if you know you have some weird attachment or negative entity or creature or things that are not very pleasant, you can call it whatever you want to. You can even call it by a name if you want to. We don't suggest that. It gives them power they don't need. But we're going to clap our hands 3 times, and we're going to pull out any attachment that you have, no matter where you think it is in your body, it's rooted here. So we're going to pull out the root for that. It may feel a little weird, but we'll help you. Okay? 1, 2, 3. And we will pull it out. It's kind of big. Yes. Okay. Take that. Thank you. And pull out all the roots that go with it. People say trim. They say cut cords. That doesn't work. It's like leaving a plant in the ground. You cut off the top. The root is still there. You've got to take the root out. You can't do it by yourself usually, but we are helping you. So today, if you've got a root you need gone, we can do it. There, that may feel weird, and it's okay if it does. And we'll clear it with some energy between, from front to back. There we go. Much better. Now we go down to the root chakra, we should say. And when we open the root, you'll feel the energy go up into the hip girdle and then down the top of the leg to the knee, from the knee to the ankle, from the ankle to the heel. And we'll also open the feet chakra. Okay, so let's open the feet chakra first. We'll do them both at the same time. It might feel tingle on your feet. It might feel what else, like pressure or sparkly something, or heat, something like that. We'll do both feet Same time. So we go 1, 2, 3, open. 1, 2, 3, open. And we go counterclockwise to open feet. Now, don't worry about your chakras being open. They're a natural system in the body. It's an energetic system, but like not unlike rather your blood system or your veins or whatever. It's not or your nervous system. It's like that. It's part of the body. Practitioners of health don't always know that, but it is true. Yes, it's quite true. So now that we've opened the roots, the feet chakras, we'll open your root chakras. Get ready now. 1, 2, 3. Now it goes up into the hip joints. We're going to put a little extra cushion there, an energetic band-aid, if you will, down the top of the legs into both knees. Some people have bad left knee. We add some band-aid to that. Some people have bad right knee. We'll add to that. There we go. And then down from knee to ankle and the part in between. And now we do this ankle. 1, 2, 3. Good. Somebody has trouble with that ankle. And then the other ankle. 1, 2, 3. That one was a little better, but we think. What happens with human beings, if you favor one knee or one ankle, then the other side goes bad because you're using it more. So we like to do both sides. Yeah, here comes the energy down. Good. Into the ground, into the dirt from the foot chakra. And then we'll go out to the ball of the foot and every toe. There you go. Now the only place we missed, we have to go to the neck, up at the top. We're going to lift the neck. 1, 2, 3. Now we're being very careful. This might be subtle. It may feel very odd. And there's somebody that's got a disc out. We put it back. And we're going to put energy around every disc, right down to the one that connects the back. We'll just go all the way down. Many of you have trouble in your lower back and in your lower spine. We'll just clear that. Why not do it? Good. Now, stop carrying other people's baggage on your shoulders. Okay? Just try. You don't need to take on other people's stuff. You don't need to. So periodically, get your baggage taken off your shoulders. So we will clear one first and then the other one. 1, 2, 3. Off. Off. Some of you have trunks, huge trunks of stuff. You don't need that. The other side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That also goes off. Now, your neck, top of your shoulder should feel better, lighter. Now we're going to send light, energetic light. We're going to send it from one shoulder joint to the other one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Do it again. Yes, okay. 1, 2, 3. We do that. And we send to the other side. You felt that, did you? Okay, that's good. Now, down the arm, down this part, upper arm to elbow to lower part into the hand. And same with the other. We'll do this side first. 1, 2, 3, and we'll do this. Energetic bend-it down the arm to the elbow. Let's clear the elbow. Some people have got stuff in their elbow. If you are carrying difficult, heavy things, stop. Don't do it. Get somebody to help you. And up to the wrist. Good. There's the wrist. Some people have a lot of pain in the wrist. If you have pain there, we want you to see a beautiful blue light, because that blue light will help clear the bones in the wrist. Okay. The other side, we're not going to do your hand yet. Okay. Okay, we'll clear the fingers. Let's do that. Okay. Now let's get the other side. We do the shoulder on the other arm. 1, 2, 3. We clear it and we bend it down the upper part of the arm into the elbow. We had to find out what that part of the arm was called. We got it. And then from elbow up the forearm to the wrist. We'll clear that one. You see a lot of stuff there. 1, 2, 3. And we clear this wrist. Good. And into the hand. And if you will flip your palms up, please. We will do each chakra in the hand. We will open. Your chakras in the hand should make your hands hotter. A tingle. There may be other ways, but usually it gets hotter. Okay. 1. We'll do the left one first. Oh, we're sorry. That's your right one. 1, 2, 3. There we go. We're going to go straight through your hand as we open that. You can always check this with a pendulum, by the way. And with your pendulum, you can say, be hotter, be stronger, be more open, show me my whole energy field. It'll do it. And on the other side, 1, 2, 3. Our vessel said we would spill. She might be right. We would say it. Okay, and then we clear it, clear the hand better. And now on the top of the palm, you will feel tingle or something. Make it bigger, bigger, hotter, hotter. Good, very good. And then we clear and give you a whole golden light all over your body. There you go. Now, we want you to go deeper. Are you ready? Okay. Take a deep breath and hold it. And then release it very slow. Good. Now, see golden white light and maybe green light or blue light or purple light and the extra color that will be yours. So gold, white, and we'll say blue for the moment. It's coming down through the top of your head and it will go into the hair or the top of the head, in through the skin or scalp, whatever you call it. It will come down through the brain, every cell, every blood vessel. It will go through the face, through the skin, through the bone, through the tissue. That's right. Into the back of the neck and down across the shoulders. Now we're going to work on the little bone that connects the jaw to the skull. We're going to make that feel better because some of you grind your teeth. Don't do it. It's not good. And the back of your neck too. There we go. You put that back in there. Okay. Now there are pressure points on your ears. We'll do your ears. We'll do your inner ear, we call your third ear. Your teeth. Your glands in there too. Okay. Now, in every part of your skin, feel beautiful golden light. Maybe it feels like sunlight to you. See your solar plexus is a beautiful golden ball, golden sun. See your heart chakra is a beautiful green ball. Your sacral chakra that we just removed, unwanted guests, as you want to call it that. Imagine what color it might be and see that there. And your root chakra may be the color of earth because it grounds you to the earth. Feel the energy that go from the top of the spine to the bottom and up and down to the legs and down through the arms. Yes. Now, may all the golden light go through the skin. Feel it all over your body to tingle, to feel warm. Let it go in through the tissue. Let it clear everything that needs to be corrected, fixed, cleared, or healed. Feel it in that part of the body, and then allow it to go further. Allow it to go into the muscle, the tissue, the ligaments, every part of the muscular system. And feel it go into the circulatory system with all the blood stream from top to bottom, head to foot, from the bottom of the toe to the top of the head. Feel it get healed, corrected, aligned, or fixed. Whatever it needs. Now let it go in further than that. That's right. You don't be frightened. It's okay. Go into the organs of the body. The liver, large and small intestine, the female organs if you are female, the male organs if you are male. That's right. The appendix, the liver is very important in the world of the body. The liver is the largest organ that you have, and it clears everything out of your system, as do the kidneys, which we want to pay attention to, the pancreas, yes. That's right, you feel it, your stomach, your spleen, all of them. Feel it go right into there. Yes, into the lungs. Your lungs, you need them very much. Into the heart. Your heart is like a spirit. It holds part of your essence. Allow it to be happy, to be cleared, to be healed, to be fixed, to be aligned with your great purpose. That's right. Now feel it go into your bones, the bones in your hands, your arms, your shoulders, your neck, your back, your ribs, your hip cage, hip tilt, hip girdle. That's right, that's the word. Into your hip, down your backbone, into your hip girdle. Into the bones in your leg. The thigh bones are the biggest ones. So give them a lot of attention. Into the knee. Into the cartilage. Down between the knee and the ankle. Into the ankle. Into the foot. Into both feet. Yes, breathe. Don't forget to. Now, for those of you who have any illness at all, pay close attention here. See that place in your body. Feel it. Know it. Acknowledge it. And then tell it, you're not welcome here. And you need to get smaller and you need to leave. Go now and see very intense rays of light coming into the tumors, into backbone that is not working right, into every part that is not well. Can be your brain, can be any muscle, can be any joint, can be anything. See it, feel it, hear it, acknowledge it, and send light there. That's right. And now, release anything that is stopping you from getting well. Even if you don't think there is anything, just acknowledge it and say, go away, you're not welcome. Yes, some of you are tingle, that's true. That's good. Now, tell the tumors to go away. And don't just think go away. Tell them, you're going. That's it. And feel them shrink. And know that we are working on them. And now, let's go deeper yet. Let's go into the bloodstream, into the cells of the body. And tell every cell, you will be healed. You will be righted. You will be aligned. You will be fixed. And you will be as you're supposed to be in this physical body. You are well. And you are as you are supposed to be. As when we were young. Say that. And now go into the DNA of your body. You may not know what that looks like, but it doesn't matter. See it in your mind as a color or a light or a place, whatever you want to do. Or ask for an image of it, you'll get it. But go into the DNA and say, please, let's correct, fix, align, heal, and acknowledge everything in this strand of DNA that needs to be corrected. Release of any curse, any hex, any negative entity, any illness that has come from your parents and grandparents. Your body doesn't have to take that. Change it. I know it's hard to believe. Just try. You have nothing to lose. Our random comments are going to thought we are hearing. Yes. Now feel the outside of your body. Feel the energy of your field going around your body and solidifying its health, its energetics, its beauty of light and color. Can you see it? Try. Try. You have nothing to lose. Now wrap a beautiful gold light around your entire being that will protect you wherever you go. Cover up any holes, any portals are gone. We get rid of them. Any type of connection that does not belong to you, gone. There you go. When people try to send you negative thoughts, don't acknowledge them. Just say, you're not welcome, get out. Now take one more deep breath and see yourself sitting, standing, or laying down in your most beautiful of nature's places. And if you can't get to one of those, you can in your mind. You can go to the beach, you can go to the mountain, you can go to the snow, you can go to the sun, you can go wherever you want to. But see yourself in perfect health in that location. And make this your astral plane, where you travel when you want to be healed, when you want to be whole, when you want to be complete and connected to all of the source energy you can have. That's right. There you go. Now, when you're ready, and only when you're ready, come back into your body, which you have stepped out of for the moment. Acknowledge that you may be healed. That's all. If you are not healed, it doesn't mean you have done anything wrong. It just means there's something to learn before you can be healed. It's not a bad, horrible thing. So when you're ready, and only when you're ready, come back.
Thank you so much, Siddhartha. That was absolutely beautiful. I feel amazing.
We are glad to hear that from you.
I could
You
feel the
worked.
tingles as you were working.
Yes, of course. It's magic, isn't it? People can live in a magical way. They just don't know it.
I feel so relaxed now.
Very good. And with your friend Jeannot, if you don't mind, we'll work on him. We worked on him some here. We did do that, but we'd like to work on him when it is quiet. And when
Thank
it's
you.
nighttime, and you know, at night, people are not moving around as much, so it's much more quiet. Energetically quiet and physically quiet too.
Thank you.
You're
Deeply
very
grateful.
welcome. So, anything else before we go?
We are very excited to see you on Wednesday. Just wanted to say thank you for everything you're doing for this community.
We would like everyone to return to see us again. If you could get this again in the next session, it would give you a day to rest and would give you a time to make it bigger. You understand?
Yes, absolutely.
It
I will make
reinforces
sure.
it.
Yes. Do you hear
That's
that,
what's
guys?
cool.
Make sure you rejoin us on Wednesday for Siddhartha's talk. It'll be over Zoom as well, so it'd be wonderful to be face to face with everyone.
That's very nice. We like that.
Yes.
Even though we
Wonderful.
don't see you physically anyway, we only see you as energy, but still, it's very nice.
It is.
So, shall
Everyone
we say
is expressing their gratefulness. Thank you so much. We're very deeply grateful. Very happy.
we are hoping that you had help from that. You understand sometimes with energy it takes 2 or 3 times to have an effective shift. But some people get it right away. There's no explanation for it really. Some people more open to it. Maybe that could be. So, shall we give you
Wonderful.
blessing at this
Yes.
point? Okay.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. We're very happy to help and glad to be here too. We share that in common with you, is that, and Daniela and also Grace, is we just want to help. And we want to do it in the best possible way to do. So we will say, you've honored us, all of you honored us by being here today. And we're so happy to see you. And we are honored and grateful that you have come. We want you to wish for what you want. And with that, we will help you. We will help encourage or reinforce your energetics so that you can have what you want. So we wish for you what you wish for yourself. And we bless you. And we see you and we thank you. And Om Mani Padme Hum, we honor the jewel in the lotus, your soul and your body. That is the jewel in the lotus. We honor you. And you honor us by being here, because we see in you what we also see in ourselves. And we tell you that we are grateful for your appearance today. And we thank you for the opportunity to help you. So with that, we say we love you, we bless you, we keep you. we can hear you even when you talk to us. Just know that's true. And we will see you again very soon, we think. So we say, as always, namaste.
Namaste.
Oh, there we go.
Hello.
He came in fast and left. He came in slow and left fast or something. Whichever way he does, it's in one way, out the other way. Usually, it's funny.
Wow, that was just exceptional. You know that feeling? Do you ever have somebody like play with your hair?
Yeah, sure.
And you just get this tingling feeling. You're just like, ugh. To me when he comes through. When I leave the meditation, I just feel like a big ball of cotton.
That might be funny to us. It looks like people are out, like they're out of their bodies, and that's why he calls people back in, because they get floaty. He calls it you're floaty. You're up. We need to put you back in. He says stuff like that. It's funny. He does crack me up, I must admit it.
Wow. So I'm going to get the links for Wednesday. Thank you, Danielle. I see you got it. And Christopher, you guys are on the ball today. Here is the link for the event so you guys don't miss it on Wednesday. This is Angelica's page on Divinate.
This is at 1 o'clock,
so that way,
right?
if you guys... yeah, I believe so. Let me double check on that. Yes, it is. That is for signing up. There we go. Sorry. That is a private link for when you can sign up with her. Because you do private readings as well for people. I'm just putting that out there.
I do.
Yep. So you can sign up there on that Divinate link.
Oh, we don't call them readings, by the way. We call them sessions.
Sessions. Apologies.
Yeah.
Sessions.
We like sessions better than readings. It's really different than a reading, I think. But, you know, the word reading has a lot of baggage that comes with it.
Yes, indeed.
And we don't like the baggage.
The event on Wednesday is, at 1 o'clock. And for those of you who have not signed up yet, there's a members thing for Divinate. It's $18 a month, but then, you get access to all of our workshops and things. Let's see. Just trying to read through the comments. Yeah, what time on Wednesday? That'll be 1 p.m. EST.
Right.
He just did a wonderful clearing and healing meditation for us. Really?
I think, this is my personal opinion, I think he looks at everyone on the call and people who are talking to him saying, gosh, my back really hurts, or this hurts, or that hurts. He tries to fix it while he's doing whatever he's doing. And then we have a Chinese doctor who's able to multiply himself in a million ways. So, yeah, it's not a surprise. It is a surprise. It's very odd to read the comments and say, well, this released and that happens. And that is amazing to me. That is absolutely amazing to me to read the comments when I watch the playback. I don't much care what we're saying, but I love reading the comments and then I try to go back and answer the comments. Once you post it somewhere, I try to go back and answer the comments.
Very grateful for that. There's so much of us, we're just so happy to be included in all of this, it's a gift to be able to have this sort of healing, and especially from an ascended master, it's truly an honor.
Ask him one day about ascended masters and see what he says.
I'm curious,
Well, ask him.
Does he play it cool being an ascended master? Does he like calling himself that or something?
I can't really speak for him, but I think that he is so humble. He doesn't even like people to say he's Buddha. He doesn't like that. He just wants to be Siddhartha, and that's it. Yeah.
Good to know.
And he will tell you his history if you ask him that. And it's very funny. He always says, now more than I ever was when I walked the earth, which is always interesting to me. And yeah, people ask him some really interesting personal questions, and if you ask him questions like that, you'll get a whole lot of information.
For
Yep.
those of you who are asking, yes, you can watch it later on and it will work just as well live. You know, you can watch the recording and Siddhartha will still tune into you energetically and do the healing.
It'll
They
happen.
don't have a 9-to-5 job. They are always working.
That's right. Chinese doctor works so much. He's like 24/7. Him and his brother, they never stop working, which makes me laugh. I mean, I guess they don't have anything to do, and he doesn't like to be still. I don't know. It's funny.
Well, the next time I invite him on, that's what I'll talk to him about is his history, and he can give us his insight onto his history versus, you know, what everybody has added over the years.
Well, keep in mind, it's very funny. A lot of quotes are attributed to him that he didn't make. Another funny thing is he was alive, I believe, if I have it right. If I have it right, he was alive 800 years before Christ.
Really?
So, yeah, I believe so. I'll have to check, but I think that is what I've been told.
Our dates are all messed up, aren't they?
Well, there's a lot of things that over time get lost. I mean, that's just how it is. Things are not, back then, they didn't write things down. Most people didn't read. Everything was passed down orally because they, you know, there were not a lot of people that were scholarly in terms of language and so forth. But anyway, he'll tell you. He'll tell you everything you want to know, and then more than that, which is funny. I always find that amusing. Well, thank you so much for
We're
today.
relearning all as we go, you know.
It's funny.
So beautiful. Thank you so much for today. Really, that was such a treat, and I'm so looking forward to Wednesday.
That'll be great. I think that will be really great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like them. I like working with Daniela and Chris. They're very straight with us and kind. I'm a crazy sleeper or a crazy non-sleeper, so I'm afraid sometimes I text them at weird times and not knowing actually what time it is, because I never seem to know what time it is. And the more time I spend outside of my body and not in it, it gets more confusing. I think the cat gets it right. He knows when it's 2 o'clock in the morning and time to eat for him. I'm like, really? We have to do that now?
Gotta love it.
He didn't come down today, so he must really be asleep. So that's funny.
He's sleeping well today.
Yeah, he's sleeping well. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Just giving you guys a quick heads up for our promotions today. We have a talk with Laura Whitworth and Daniela today, the 3 most important secrets for human evolution in 2024. That is at 3 p.m. in the Divinate paid membership. So set an alarm today so you don't miss it. Laura Whitworth is amazing. It's going to be a wonderful conversation. And we also have Kaya. Yes, Kaya's activations at 9:30 in the morning. Don't forget those because they're very, very important for healing and helping us start the day off right. So, and I'm very excited to see you Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Thank you so much, Angelica. It's an absolute pleasure. And if you guys want a private reading, I'm going to share her link for you one more time. Our private session. Sorry, my brain is not working today. There you go. There's the link again for a private session with Angelica Blackmoon.
Take care.
You're amazing, Angelica. Mwah, much love. See you soon, guys. Have a good day.